Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my weekly reading update for January 23rd, 2022. So, I'm just going to do first kind of what happened with both the books this week, and then at the end I will do more of a kind of a chatty what's going on in case you're interested. So if you're just here for the books, we'll just do that first because it's not very long. And then if you want to hear more of an update of what's going on in my life, then you can keep watching. Anyway, so this week was definitely a weird reading week for me due to the fact that I was in training all week. So my brain, mental capacity was focused on what I was learning and the travel between their location and my location, which was only 25 minutes one way, but I had to drive an F-250, so that was not my, I don't like to drive that big of a truck, so it was kind of stressful there the first couple days to get used to the truck. Anyway, because it's a company truck. Anyway, so I didn't read a whole lot this week. I think my page count is way lower than normal because some days I did listen to my audiobook a lot because I was in the car a lot, and then I read a little bit, but not very much. So I only finished one book this week, and again, it was my reread of Archangels Light by Nalini Singh, which is book 14 in the Guild Hunter series. I think it's 14. The new last one that came out in October. So again, I did read it in October when I got it, loved it, and it was already ready for a reread when my mind last week kind of shut off and said, nope, we're not reading anything new. So I did pick up this. Do not start with this book because it would not make any sense, but this is one of my favorites due to the fact that it has some of the best flashbacks to the two main characters, their childhood and how they grew up together, and all the things we've heard about in the series, things that happened to them when they were little. We actually got to see it, and it was just it's so cute the first part, and then it's kind of devastating through the middle part because of things that happened to them. But I think it was really cool to see all that, but not see everything. Again, it was like just certain sections that were very important to them, and we got to see how it affected both of them, and not just the one person who was going through the hard time. It was also showing both sides of it. I thought it was really, again, it's one of my favorites in the series. I don't think it's my favorite. I think there's still like 3 that I would be for sure higher. Well, at least, yeah, I would say probably 3 of them are still higher in this 14-book series, but it's still a really great entry. I really enjoyed it, and it was really great to reread it again so soon. It was so good. So anyway, so then the books that I am in the middle of, I am still doing my reread of The Dragonbone Chair by Tad Williams on audio from my library. I was able to renew it. Yay! So this is book 1 in Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn. Again, I've read this book at least 5 or 6 times. I actually don't know how many times because I read it the first time when I was like 14 or 15, so I don't remember for sure how many times I've read it. But it's been quite it has been, what did I say? It's been, whenever he started the new series, The Last King of Ostenard, I think I read it the year before that. So it's been at least, did I say 6 to 9 years ago? I don't remember. It must be 6 or 7 years ago that I read it the last time. Anyway, so I've never done it by audio. This one's done by Andrew Wincott, and he's doing a really great job. I like the way he's done the audiobook so far. So I am pretty far into it. I'm now over just over 600 pages out of 770. So I still have about, well, it says about six and a half hours on the audio. So to me, that, you know, as I said, I listened to it at 1.5 speed. So it's probably over 4 hours left still. I've set 4 to 5 hours. So anyway, I'm going to continue listening to this in the car. I didn't do it this weekend at all. The couple times I've been in the car, just taking a break because, again, it's a really long book. So I sometimes need breaks from it. And since I got it renewed from the library, I don't have to rush. But I'll get it done this next week, I'm pretty sure. Again, this is one of my favorite books of all time, one of my favorite series of all time. It's an epic fantasy. We're following Simon, who gets kind of caught up in when things start changing at the castle, that when the old king dies and his son takes over. And he becomes the apprentice to somebody, and it kind of changes his perspective on certain things and also draws him into things that are kind of outside of his realm at the time. So I love this. It's, you know, definitely has some of those coming of age things, but it's great action, a lot of different countries and areas of the world that we see of Ostenard. And I just love some of these characters. Are some of my favorite characters of all time. Simon is definitely one of my favorites of all time. And I love this reread, and I'm enjoying it so much. But I just can't do it all the time. But again, it's a reread, so it's making it easier for me to listen to something when I'm in the car. And I was in a car or in a truck for most of the week. Anyway, for at least a little bit more than normal. So I am working on that, and I'm hoping to finish it this next week. We'll see. And then after I finished Archangels Light, I picked up physically Written and Read, which is the first book in the Others series by Anne Bishop. This is one of my favorite series of all time, also when I discovered it a couple years ago. And a new book in the second series, I think The World of the Others, which I've never read, which is on my list of series that I want to be doing the Serious About series. I want to get to that series. So I'm not sure I'm going to reread all 5 books in the first series to get to that one, but I wanted to at least read this one again. So we'll see. I might jump into the new series after this. I just wanted to get back to these characters. These are some of my favorite ensemble cast characters. I love following Meg as she comes out of the cold one day to a courtyard where the others rule. And it's an alternative world where there are those who are considered others, who are more like the shifters and vampires and things like that. And the humans are kind of vying for power with them. But again, the others are more powerful, but they're trying not to just wipe them all out, although they've done it before in the past. It's a great alternate history of the world. I love it. And I love the way that things are just slightly tweaked, and the differences. Again, Meg and Simon are some of my favorite characters. And I love the fact that this is such a big ensemble cast, and we get to see from a lot of different perspectives. And even a lot of the ones who are the villains, we get to see them and their motivations, a lot of them. Not all of them, but like some of them, and I think that's kind of interesting. I have enjoyed that. So overall, great urban fantasy series that I recommend. Again, I'm rereading this. I just started thinking about it, and then I found out that the 3rd book in the next series was coming out, and the follow-up series, so I'm like, well, I really was going to read the other series anyway, so we'll see. I'm at least going to finish this one off. I still have 210 pages left. Yeah, well, 215 pages left of this. So I'm hoping to get quite a bit of that done today if I feel up to reading. Again, my reading is all over the board. So that's kind of what I'm currently doing. I had not touched any of the books I was in the middle of that were new to me. So all these are just sitting there staring at me because I can't read them. So I don't know if after I finish Written and Read, if I'm going to continue with my reread of that series, or if I'm going to pick up something else. If I decide I need to pick up another reread, I might pick up Prudence, which is the first book in the Custard Protocol series, which I want to reread this book and to get back into the series and finish it out. Again, it's the follow-up series to the Parasol Protectorate that starts with Solace. Gail Carriger is one of my favorite authors, and again, this is one of the series I waited till all the books came out, and I still haven't got back to it, so I need to reread this one, because I read it when it first came out. I think it was like 2015 or something. 2015. I got it, and I read it, and then I had to wait for all the books, and so I just haven't got back to it. So this is I think it's still late Victorian, and it's kind of steampunky urban fantasy with creatures. And this is like they're going on an adventure, kind of on a travel, and they have a little dirigible. They have a dirigible called the Custard Protocol. The Spotted Custard is the name of the ship, and they're all related to the people from the kids. They're the kids of some of the characters in the original series. So anyway, I do want to get to this. So this might be what I pick up next. So I don't know. Or I might be able to pick up the books that I had already started a week and a half ago that I put aside when life got stressful. So that is kind of my update. I don't know for sure what I'm going to pick up after I finish Written and Read. And And I don't think I'll finish the audiobook until near the end of the week, so I'm not sure if I'll pick up another audio right away or not. I might need a break, because I usually do that after finishing a long audio. So that's kind of it. So if that's all you're here for, what are you reading? Is your reading going well in January? Clearly mine is not. And then the only thing I'm going to mark off on my little check sheet on the board is that I did a reread. Because Archangels Light is a reread. So you can see my reading this month is not going well. But again, it has to do with a lot of stress. So, okay. So if you're still here and want to more of a life update, more chatty stuff, I just kind of want to thank those who did reach out and put comments on my video last week. I really appreciate it. I was so stressed out, and then I felt a little better having talked about it a little bit to you guys on this, but I was still very stressed out about things that were going to happen. So of course my coworker who I was having trouble with still is not talking to me, which is no problem. I'm just ignoring that whole situation and moving forward. Again, as I said, I had training all this week at a different location, which was about 25 minutes away. So I had to drive that F-250 every day there. Oh, that was just not my favorite, I must say. I mean, I have a small SUV, like a Honda CR-V, so it was like, it's quite a big truck. And yeah, and I have to like jump in and pull myself in, and I'm not a small person, so it was kind of hard. And, but I think I learned a lot. I think I'm getting to know things. Unfortunately, at the end of the week, my computer system completely locked up because they're putting in all these new securities in our location because we're new. So things are kind of being rolled out. Well, they rolled it out, but they didn't tell us what to do. So I was completely locked out on Friday. So Monday, I get to go in and be on the phone with IT to get myself unlocked out. So I'm hoping my time card isn't completely messed up, but it was pretty messed up on Friday, so we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm just joking about that. But it was kind of like a frustration. I was going to do this project really quick on Friday morning before I went to training, and I couldn't even get on my computer, so kind of sucked. Let's see here. I was supposed to go do training with another location closer to where my parents live, but the guy who just got back from vacation might have been exposed to the virus, so I might not be going down there until a couple more days before they see if he's okay, you know, if anything he was, or he got it or anything, because I don't want it. So I'm definitely not going down for the first couple days of the week. I might go back to the location where I was doing training this week, so I might be still driving that F-250. Anyway, I didn't mention last week that with all the work stuff going on, my brother and I actually had a roof replaced on Monday through Wednesday this week. So that was an extra, it wasn't really stressful because again, they were mostly here when we weren't, except for, you know, then they stayed until like the last light. So by the time I got home after 5, because I got home pretty late every day, which is unusual for me, but I did a lot of time this week. With the driving back and forth. They were usually packing up when I got home, but I think the first night they were still hammering for at least a half hour or so before they left. I was like, my poor cats. they were kind of clinging to me when I got home. My brother said his cats were hiding when he got home too. So it was not, I mean, again, we had to get it done. It was something we weren't planning on this year, but when we had someone come and look at the roof for just to clean it off, they were like, yeah, I think you need to do the roof, and we were like, darn it. So but that's done. They only found a few extra things that we didn't account for, so yeah, we had to pay a little bit extra than we planned on, but they all made sense. Like, it wasn't anything outrageous, and it all, with the considering how old the house is and who owned the house before us, we kind of we were okay with all the stuff that happened, but it got done. It looks great. We're glad we got that done. So in the last year, I mean this last December, or yeah, in December, I did the windows because that was supposed to be for the year, and then the roof thing kind of happened. So unfortunately, yeah. So anyway, it's done. I'm poor anyway. I'm not. It's not that bad. I mean, we had money set aside But it was more like I was hoping to wait a couple years before we had to do that, but oh well. We didn't get to do that. So, and then of course yesterday my printer stopped working here at my house. I'd had trouble a couple weeks ago trying to print something off, and then yesterday I was fed up and I tried everything and it would not work. And so what did I do with some of my Christmas money? I just bought myself a new printer, so it's on its way here. So Monday I should have a new printer, which was not what I expected to buy, but oh well, whatever. I guess it was time. I've had that for, at least I would say, well, it probably is only about 8 years old, but still, and I didn't use it that much, but it wouldn't work, and I got tired, and I'm like, I'll just start over with a new one. So anyway, I think that's kind of it. So, this is Cooper, of course. Yeah, I just want to make sure I wasn't to look different in the, anyway, what did I want to say? And then you can tell that I haven't even cut my bangs, because this is what happens when I get stressed out and I don't want to take the time to actually trim my bangs, because that requires effort. This week has definitely taught me that I need to get in better shape. I'm not ready to be a parts person to be doing a lot of some of the activities that they need to do. So I'm going to definitely be working on getting back into some exercise routine. Not anything major, just I have a recumbent bike and I'm hoping to go walking when it gets probably closer to spring, maybe. I don't know. Matters on the weather here. But we'll see. Yes, kitty. Anyway, so we'll see how that goes. But a lot of things are happening. As I said, so far I'm really enjoying the new position on learning new things. We'll see how I do once I'm in it and I'm by myself in my own location trying to get stuff done. I think everybody's being really good about knowing there's going to be a learning curve, because again, I am switching careers kind of things. So we'll see. I think that's kind of everything. I'm sure I forgot something. But so as I said, it's still a very stressful situation right now, just with the changes and things going on. It's just, I never know what I'm walking into at work right now. And, we'll have to see how that all goes, because I don't know how this next week, if I'm gonna, be going down for training, or maybe next week. So, I'm just gonna assume that I just have to go to work and deal with stuff. So, I don't know. As I said, I have no idea how my reading's going to go, and I'm not really stressing about it. My only problem is that when I get to this, when I can't make myself read new things, which is what's happening, because I just have to reread because I can't concentrate on new stuff. Rereading is not that hard because I've already read it. So if I skip over something, I know what actually, like I know what happened, Usually the rereads that I remember most of it. I don't know how to explain that, but but I have a tendency to buy books when I'm in this kind of mood. And I did really hold off. I didn't buy anything during the week. I was really good. I think it was because I was just so tired every night when I got home that I just didn't have time to think about it. But like yesterday, I think I bought 3 books. And then I think I bought one this morning. Well, okay. So I bought one at Fred Meyer's this morning when I went to get some items for the house and for stuff, and I went to their book section, because I never go to their book section because it's way off in a corner, but I was over there looking at storage boxes. So I went and looked, and I picked up a historical romance just for the heck of it, because I had never seen it before by Tessa Dare, and I thought, oh, I'll just get this. Well, what happened is that I didn't come home with it. I had to call once I got home. I'm like, where's my book? And I called them, and they said, yeah, they have it in the customer service, so I'm going to go get it at lunchtime when I have to go to the library. So it's completely the other direction, but I'm still going to go back and get that book. So that didn't work out so well. So anyway, that's kind of all. I think as I said, I was trying to hold off on my buying books. As I said, I always do every year, try to calm myself, but I think I kind of blew that out of the water yesterday. And probably today, and I don't say I'm not gonna buy something today because later online, just because it's a weekend, and it's not a monetary, like I'm worried about spending money. It's more, I really don't need any more books right now because I have so many I want to read that I physically own. I don't know if I mentioned this the last couple weeks or not, but I did count my books. Because I still haven't done my stats video, because again, I cannot concentrate on that stuff right now. So maybe, I don't know, maybe in February I'll finally get that up. But anyway, for the year 2021, because I do want to know some of those data points of what I did. But it's just, I counted how many books I own and how many of them I've read. There's only a few, like I didn't count any of my manga or any of my graphic novels or any of my writing books. I did not put or my old school books too. There's certain ones I did not put in because I don't count those as like my TBR. So, because I've read all my writing books, so I guess that doesn't matter. Anyway, so I did count like everything else. And the number was really high. I knew it was high, and I knew that my percentage to how many were read was bad, but it was worse than I thought. Like let's just say I've only read about, I think I figured out it was about 40% of my books are read, which is not what I want. I want it to be a higher percentage than that, but it said, then I start this year off and so far I'm doing horrible. I mean, I've only finished 2 books that were off my shelf so far this year, and then one was a reread, and I'm in the middle of 2 other rereads, and everything else is on hold. So we'll see. As I said, it was just kind of getting the number kind of scared me, but anyway, there's not much I can do about that right now. And as I said, it does make me happy to buy books, and right now I just need a little happiness to get through this very stressful time. As I said, I usually don't have that high of stress I didn't have that high of stress, but this whole transition and buyout thing, and then the changing positions, it's a lot more than I've had to deal with for quite a while. So again, my first reaction usually is to buy myself a book. So I think I did well not doing it during the week, but dang, I bought yesterday, and I don't know, today might happen too. We'll see what happens. So, anyway, that's kind of it. That's kind of the update. I hope, that helped. I don't know. That didn't help. I don't even help me, but I don't know if you guys got anything out of that. I just want to, again, thank you for those who did, comment on that video. I really appreciate it. As I said, it was a really hard time. I usually am really good about answering things. Right now, it was really hard for me to just even like them. Even though I read them earlier, my brain, I didn't know what to say, and I still don't know. It's so stressful right now, and I almost didn't make this video. So, I almost want to take kind of a hiatus, but then I also don't, because I find joy in this, and so I enjoy it. I mean, obviously, I only do it for fun, considering how small of a channel I am for how long I've been doing this. I'm not out here to, big numbers or anything like that. It's really just for fun and to do an outlet for my reading. And I really, really enjoy that. And I really appreciate those of you who watch and have supported me through that, through all this and in the past. So I just wanted to say thank you. And I think that's it for now. I don't know. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. So anyway, I'm going to go, and I'm probably going to go lay on my couch and watch BookTube or a movie, and try to finish Written and Read, and then we'll see what I pick up next. I'm not sure. I keep hoping I'm going to pick up these books that I've started, but today doesn't feel like that. So we'll see how I feel once I finish Written and Read. So we will see. And I will go to the library today and get a couple of books, which I probably shouldn't, but one's a manga, so that's not too bad. And then I have to go back to Fred Meyer's to get that book that they didn't put in my bag. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.